So I've been sat on whether to talk about this book or not, because it was not my favourite. But I think reading is so subjective, and something that I don't like about a book, you may love about it, and it may make you want to go and pick the book up. So I thought I will talk about it. Please don't tag anybody that's related to the project, and if this does stumble across your FYP, please use your own discretion. So this is a book called The Summer I Found You, or The Summer You Found Me. Shit, can't remember. I'll put it up here. And it is by Elizabeth O'Rourke, and it's performed by Samantha Brentmoor and Connor Crais. First things first, Samantha and Connor were absolutely phenomenal. They did such a great job with some difficult subjects, especially Samantha, with the way she performed the grief and addiction aspects of this book. I was just like, holy masterclass. So that's that narration. Yes, absolutely. And I'd recommend the book just for the narration. 5 stars, like, absolutely. The story itself, I kind of settled on 3.25. And I still don't think that's a bad rating, but it's not the higher rating set like I gave the first book. So this is part of the summer series, and each book has been for one of the friends, or out of the friend group. The last book was Callum and Lucy, and in it we're introduced to his best friend Beck and his estranged wife Kate. Well, this book is Beck and Kate's book, and it kind of opens up with a scene that we had in the previous book, where Lucy comes out and sees Kate on the dock. So we see it from Kate's perspective. I struggled with Kate as a character in this book. The things she does and the justification for doing it was just cruel. And I really was struggling to get my head around why somebody would do something like that to another human being. Like, he's happy. Why would you try to ruin that? Like, if you love this person as much as you say you do, why? And why go to these lengths? You've already said that this is a young girl. You will get that she's a mom, and you're doing stuff to harm her. Like, I really struggled with that aspect of it. I honestly feel this book is more about coming to terms with your grief and moving through your grief and being a recovering addict and the difficulties of those things. I feel like the romance is a subplot and not the main focus. And as a romance book, those should have been twisted. The romance should be the main focus, and the other things should be the subplot. And I just didn't get that feeling with this. I will say that the addiction aspects and the grief aspects were written amazingly. And I think that's why I rated it as high as I did, because they were handled so well, so sensitively, and really got into how a person could be. That does not justify the things that she does. And there's no real redemption either. And I think had there been a bigger redemption and making amends, one good deed doesn't wipe out all the bad deeds. And so I saw a review where somebody said they felt this would work really well, or would have worked really well as a dual timeline like book 1 was. And as soon as I heard that or read that, I was like, absolutely. If we had seen how they were when they first met, the things Beck helped her with when Callum was never around, and then this time as well, I think we would have understood them and their dynamic a lot more, but we didn't. A lot of their stuff is stuff we learn in other books rather than in their book, and I really feel that was missing. The build up to how they were connected, the build up into how they were always there for one another and trying to help. Although it was very one-sided, it was nearly always Beck doing the giving and Kate doing the taking. It is quite spicy. There's some very, very fun scenes. So you definitely won't be disappointed there. I also struggled with some of the way Beck was, considering he's so concerned about her and so connected to her. He pretty much was like, I'm just gonna storm out and go and leave you and you can go and get high, because he kind of was leaving her vulnerable, which I couldn't get my head around either. I think the declaration of love came too late. I think he should have made his intentions known a lot sooner. And I feel like the last 10, maybe 15% was really kind of a rush to squeeze in some romance elements so it would still come under the romance kind of category. And the way that was done was time jumps. So we're gonna declare our love, now we're gonna jump ahead several months. Oh, now we're gonna do this, now we're gonna jump ahead a few months. Oh, now we've done that, now we're gonna have an epilogue which is set in the future. And all of those things are fine if you've had some romance before then. So yeah, I think if you like kind of messy characters that you may not have a connection with, that you may think is a psycho bitch, this book might be for you. If you like books that focus on more real world problems rather than the romance, again, this might be a book for you. Or if you just want to listen to an amazing narration, definitely for you.